We might be on a precipice of civil war, but it ain't going to last long if we do go to a civil war.
If he were to run again and lose, how would you feel?
I'd feel like maybe the people aren't thinking very well.
Yep, everybody, you heard that right. It's us. We are the ones who aren't thinking very well. We're the ones who aren't thinking clearly about all of this.
If he runs in 2024 and loses, what are you going to do?
He's not going to lose. I don't see it.
Are you concerned about the division in the country now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's horrible. It's just horrible.
People are saying we're headed toward civil war. Do you believe that?
Yes, we are heading toward, doomsday.
Tell me about that.
It's actually really scary. We need to have people stand up and say, hey, enough is enough, and take our country back. And hopefully Trump can get in there and get it done again like he did.
Do you think we're getting close to, and I'm not saying this hyperbolically because people are saying it all over. Civil war, yeah.
I've said that numerous times. Yeah, I've said that numerous times. I've thought that a long time. I think they're going to push the wrong button pretty soon, or one of these days, and all hell's going to break loose. If it goes the wrong way and they go after ammunition and guns the way they already have, there's going to be trouble.
We're here for the people. We're ready to take our country back.
And of course, when people talk about taking our country back, this is what they mean.
What do you think about woke culture? It's what everyone's talking about.
I think it's a bunch of crap. They're trying to change what our children think in the schools.
What would you like to see happen?
I'd like to get back like it was in the 60s.
Before all the civil rights stuff?
Before all the civil rights stuff.
So you would like to see things go back to before the civil rights movement?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Where people have their freedom in this country.
Well, certain groups didn't have as much at the time, right?
Right. They didn't have as much at the time. But we still got to get back where this country stands up for this country.
I believe in hate speech. When you have hate for somebody, I am 100% into hate speech, because it's freedom of speech. You can speak.
So if you hate someone, you should be able to just say it.
Yeah, I believe it.
And so you think it exists?
Yep, 100%.
Freedom of speech is freedom of speech, no matter what the speech is. It sounds terrible. I mean, you might want to cover your kids' ears, but it's still freedom of speech.
I don't believe there's anything as hate speech. It's all under interpretation. People interpret how they want, and they can interpret whatever they want. So they can change anything to hate speech. If I say I want to step on a grasshopper, it can be considered hate speech. It all depends on the person. And I believe we should have the freedom to say whatever we want. If we hurt somebody's feelings, oh well, sticks and stones may break my bones, but, words will never hurt me.
I think there's free speech. I think hate speech is just a term they dreamed up to keep other people from talking, saying what's on their mind, for the most part. Sure, things get a little overboard, but they always have. And if people can't speak their mind, how are you going to know what people think and what they want? And it's just ridiculous, all this hate speech talk. I don't like it at all.
If people are trying to destroy other people, you got to stand up. And that's what they say. Anytime you stand up, we're the bad guys, because we say, hey, you can't do that. So that's they'll call that hate speech. It's so twisted. It's so soft. It's so, when Obama was in there, everybody was like, okay, we're more locked down too. When Trump got in, the patriots felt like we can breathe.
Listen, at the end of the day, it is actually rather difficult to find yourself caught up with hate speech charges. It's pretty difficult to be charged with a hate crime unless, of course, you're doing something full of hate. Unless you're saying things to people that are incredibly racist, bigoted, homophobic, whatever that may be, it doesn't matter. It's pretty difficult to be nabbed with that. Because at the end of the day, what are these people really griping and complaining about? We've talked about this many times. They have to take their country back from the blacks, the browns, and the gays, and the trans people, and all those who fit into the leftist agenda. They got to take it back, all for the sake of Donald Trump. Well, rather, Donald Trump is the one who's supposed to take it back for the sake of them. But like I said, look, it's the same when people complain about getting their YouTube channels shut down or something like that. you probably were being rather egregious. So at the end of the day, if you're worried about getting, slapped with some hate crime, you might want to take a look in the mirror and realize that you could have avoided it.